In today's video, we discuss about z-test, its mathematical formula, its application in hypothesis testing, and assumptions of z-test. If you are new in my channel Statisticians Club, please subscribe the channel. Also press bell icon to receive latest videos. Also see black letters carefully. These are the important concept to understand the basic idea. So let's we start. Z-test is a procedure which compute a z-score for a sample mean on the sampling distribution of the mean. If our sample belongs from the sampling distributions of mean, as you know, from a population we draw different samples, and the distribution of their mean is the sampling distribution of mean. And to calculate the hypothesis about mean, we check it with the formula of z-score, and this procedure, the whole procedure is called z-test. We can calculate z-test also for proportions. It is a procedure to test null hypothesis against the alternative hypothesis. Null hypothesis is any hypothesis which we want to test, and the alternative of null hypothesis or opposite of null hypothesis is the alternative hypothesis. If null hypothesis is not correct, then we assume the true hypothesis will be the alternative hypothesis, and their decision belongs on the basis of z-score. Here is the formula for z-score. Z is equal to x bar minus mu over sigma over under 10. Here x bar belongs to mean of sample. As you know, in hypothesis testing we draw samples from the population, so its mean is x bar. Mu is the mean of population which we assume to test. Sigma is the standard deviation of the population. N is the number of observations. The total number of observations of the sample drawn is represented by n. Putting these values in this formula, we calculate the z-score. Here is the assumptions of z-test. First is independent and random selection. Element belongs to sample, cannot be sampled twice. One element selected once, it not be selected twice, nor the score influence each other. The scores are independent of each other. So to achieve the target of these two tasks, we use random sampling from population of interest. Normality. The characteristics being measured is approximately normally distributed. Our data which which belongs for z-test will be normal. This is necessary because we are using normal distribution table to determine the probability associated with our obtained z-score. If our sample is large, it is assumed simply it will be normal. The third assumption is interval and ratio scale. If we use a mean to calculate z-score, a dependent variable that can be measured on an interval or ratio scale. Here is the formula. As you know, we calculate mean in z-test, so mean can be calculated on the data which belongs to interval or ratio scale. So it is necessary our dependent variable will be measured on interval or ratio scale, because mean cannot be calculated for nominal or ordinal scale. If you know detail with interval scale, ratio scale, nominal or ordinal scale, you can see my video scale of measurement on Statisticians Club. Its link is also given in description. The fourth point is standard deviation. The standard deviation assumed will be known. To know the value of population standard deviation in order to calculate standard error for using the formula of z-test. As you know, in our formula of z-test, x bar minus mu over sigma over unto 10. So we know the value of sigma. If we do not know the value of sigma, it is difficult to calculate. But in case if our population standard deviation is unknown, we calculate it with simple standard deviation, but the small n is greater than 30, because large data approaches to normal distributions, as we read in previous lines. So the standard deviation, fourth assumption is standard deviation is known. Thanks for watching.